The National Chemical Laboratory, Pune, a flagship research institution of the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, has set up the Ncl Innovation Park as a resource center dedicated to nurturing technology commercialization via startup and public-private partnership models. Located in the larger Ncl campus and in close proximity to leading research and academic institutes, the Ncl Innovation Park enables creative entrepreneurship, invention, learning and venture creation. Venture Center is a not-for-profit technology business incubator that promotes technology and knowledge-based enterprise by leveraging scientific and engineering competencies of institutes in the Pune region. The Venture Center enjoys the support of the Department of Science and Technology, Department of Scientific and Industrial Research, Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, and several other organizations.
The mission of Venture Center is to nucleate and nurture technology and knowledge-based enterprises for India. Thus, while Venture Center will support nascent entrepreneurs and startups, it will also actively create new enterprises through its Lab to Market program.
In 2007, NCL felt a need to prepare itself for a future where entirely new processes to create wealth out of science will be needed. Value creation out of frontier science is risky and needs an entirely new ecosystem to encourage entrepreneurs to invest in early stage discoveries. Very often, the scientists themselves have to become entrepreneurs. Venture Center was born out of this vision as a campus co-located with NCL to nurture and mentor entrepreneurs who have the ideas as well as the courage to venture out of the safe confines of the laboratory and ultimately create wealth out of science.
The Venture Center's services and resources are open to everybody, but its focus and strength resides in supporting startups leveraging the chemical, materials and biological sciences. The rent and address service offered by Venture Center allows the startup company to use the address 100 Ncl Innovation Park, Dr. Homi Bhabha Road, Pune 411008, India. Venture Center's meeting rooms facilitate scientific and business discussions in professional settings. The Venture Center office block offers plug-and-play office spaces in the form of hot desks and office spaces with high-speed internet access. The training room is a lecture room to accommodate 80 people. E-classroom consists of wired computer tables for 35 computers suitable for online training. Spacious and well-furnished cafeteria is ideally suited for breakfast and lunches. Venture Center also has an open exhibition area in the midst of trees that can be used during different events. The Venture Center has also set up specialized resource centers. The Science Support Center located in the lab block houses shared fully equipped plug-and-play laboratories which allow entrepreneurs to get started with their experiments in a shared environment with minimum capital expenditures. The Chemistry and Material Science Laboratory is set up to carry out simple experiments in chemistry and material science. The Prototyping and Fabrication Laboratory is intended as a facility for technology developers to produce shaped and assembled prototype products. The Analysis and Instrumentation Lab has facilities for testing, analysis and characterization of materials and biological samples. The Biology and Health Science Laboratory houses facilities for molecular biology, microbiology, cell biology and bioprocess engineering. The Venture Center also runs its own proof of concept projects utilizing the lab block facilities and expertise of its staff. These projects typically involve experiments demonstrating viability of a technology idea based on competencies developed at Ncl and such research organizations. Venture Center Library that has a collection of books, periodicals, reports and research services to help innovators, entrepreneurs and venture investors. The library provides budding entrepreneurs with inspiration, first-time entrepreneurs with nuts and bolts information on how to get a startup going, business planners with information for market research, resources for inventors and entrepreneurs to protect intellectual property and ongoing concerns with best practices in growing their business. The Intellectual Property Facilitation Center for Entrepreneurs and Micro, Small, Medium Enterprises offers services, resources and programs relating to patents, trademarks, copyrights and other forms of intellectual property. The center has developed and maintains a collection of information resources as a section in the Venture Center Library. The center has also developed a do-it-yourself IP guide, a tracking service for IP news, some FAQs and an archive of presentations and articles. The center is staffed by IP professionals with relevant experience and also benefits from the inputs from experienced mentors and advisors who offer their time pro bono. A Biotechnology Resource Center is being set up in association with the Confederation of Indian Industry and Government of Maharashtra. Venture Center offers business planning, technology sourcing and fundraising services which include basic intellectual property analytics, basic business nuts and bolts issues such as company formation, finance and accounting, HR processes, business strategy and planning, identification and referrals to funding sources and mentors, etc. The Venture Center's website hosts a popular database of funding sources for technology entrepreneurs in India. The Venture Center facilitates funding for technology commercialization for DSIR and Ministry of MSME. The Venture Center also hosts a seed fund in collaboration with the Technology Development Board. Various technology and entrepreneur networks run their activities and programs at the Venture Center. The networks are an important part of the innovation ecosystem at Ncl Innovation Park. To create excitement about science, invention and entrepreneurship at an early age, the Venture Center supports the exciting science group. The science outreach activities by Ncl scientists aimed at school children. Every month, science talks by scientists, video screenings and mentoring sessions are held at Venture Center.
The Honorable President of India has declared the present decade as the decade of scientific innovations. It is clear that the premier institutes like National Chemical Laboratory have to take the lead in bringing about these scientific innovations. These science-led innovations are done best in close partnerships with industry and entrepreneurs. I believe Ncl Innovation Park and Ncl Venture Center are uniquely positioned to bring about the science-led innovations. My vision for Ncl Innovation Park and Ncl Venture Center is that it will build a unique science-led cluster for India.
Venture Center envisions a future where it will be the organization credited with creating and sustaining a Pune cluster of innovative technology businesses with a significant economic impact regionally, nationally and globally.
Venture Center, seeding tomorrow's enterprises today.